Hello students. In the last class we were discussing about some of the important as well as interesting concepts related to the alkenes, and we have seen some of the differences between the alkenes as well as alkanes. So generally alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons and alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. Along with that we have seen some of the general formulas and isomers as well as the structure of double bonded carbon atom which is present in terms of alkenes, and also we have seen the nomenclature. So basically in case of isomers we have seen two types. One is called as structural isomers and second one is called as geometrical isomers. In case of structural isomers, the compounds having same molecular formula but differ in the position of the double bond, that is generally called as differ in the structure, we will call it as a structural isomer. And in case of geometrical isomers, so the molecular formula is same but the geometry is different if you consider two atoms. So in geometrical isomer there are two forms. One is called as cis form. When two same substituents are on the same side, we will call it as cis form, and when two same substituent are on the opposite side or on the diagonal side, then they are called as trans. As also we have given two examples here. So in case of cis form, so if you take carbon-carbon double bond, the same A group is attached for the first carbon atom and second carbon atom on the same side, and B group is attached on the same side. But if you go for the trans, here the carbon-carbon is double bonded and A molecule is attached to the first carbon atom above, and for the second carbon atom it is attached below, that is diagonal, which means it is in the opposite side. So therefore if the two same substituent are on the same side, we will call it as a cis form, and if two same substituent are on the opposite side, then we will call it as trans form, right? So up to here we have completed the alkenes part, and further we will go with the preparation of alkenes. As we have seen the preparation of alkenes with the help of unsaturated hydrocarbons, or with the help of carboxylic acid, or with the help of alkyl halides. So similarly here also we can prepare, so or there are various methods for the preparation of alkenes, right? So generally in case of alkenes we can prepare these alkenes with the help of alkynes. So alkynes are generally triple bonded compounds. Further we'll see that one. With the help of these alkynes we can prepare the alkenes. So here if you observe, so there is an arrangement of molecules in such a way that Cr triple bonded with Cr, which means carbon-carbon is triple bonded. Generally we will call it as alkynes. So these alkynes in presence of hydrogen, and in presence of catalyst like a palladium or a carbon. So in the presence of catalyst like palladium or a carbon, so this triple bond is converted into double bond. This triple bond will convert into double bond, because this triple bond, out of this triple bond, three bonds, one bond will break, and one hydrogen is attached to the one carbon atom and another hydrogen is attached to the second carbon atom. So therefore the structure becomes RCH, double bonded with R-CH, which means alkyne is converted into alkene, triple bond is converted into double bond. If you take the example, that is ethine is converted into ethene. In case of ethine, the carbon is triple bonded with another carbon atom. So in presence of hydrogen, what happens? So in presence of hydrogen and in presence of catalyst like palladium or carbon, so this double bond breaks, this triple bond breaks, and there is a formation of double bond, and one hydrogen will attach to the first carbon atom and another hydrogen attached to the second carbon atom. Therefore the structure becomes, so carbon double bonded with carbon, that is CH2 double bonded with CH2, right? So here the ethine is converted into ethene, right? So this is also one of the important preparation of alkenes. So alkenes can be converted with the help of alkynes. That is a first important preparation. So further if you go for the next preparation of alkene, or the next method for the preparation of alkene, that is from alkyl halide. Already we have seen alkyl halide means, so here in this case, so alkyl halide means the alkyl group which is bonded with the halogen atom. The halogen atom which is bonded with the alkyl group is generally called as alkyl halide. So here it is in the form of Rx. If you take any Rx, that is on heating with alcoholic potash, generally in case of alcoholic potash, or you can call it as potassium hydroxide. So one molecules of halogen acid, one molecule of halogen acid to form an alkenes. So this reaction is called as a dehydrohallucination reaction. Observe here, dehydrohallucination, which means, so there is an removal of halogen molecule and there is addition of hydrogen molecule. If you observe here, So here it is CH3 and here it is CH2. So this is X, right? So there is an attachment of one halogen atom, that is CH3 CH2X, which means it is an example for alkyl halide. Alkyl halide means which is in the form of RX. So this represents the R group and this represents the X group. So therefore this is an example for alkyl halide. Whenever this alkyl halide, where X may be chloride, bromide or iodide, all are halogen atoms. So in presence of alcoholic KOH, which means in case of potassium hydroxide, if you heat, so this halogen atoms will break and this single bond between carbon-carbon is converted into double bond between carbon-carbon. So therefore then we can convert this alkyl halide into alkenes. So this is an example for alkene. So like this we can prepare the next important reaction is from alcohols by the acid dehydration. By the acid dehydration is nothing but the removal of water molecule. Whenever there is a removal of water molecule, what happens? So the process is called as a dehydration. So therefore if you take any kind of alcohol, that is generally ethanol, so carbon, there is CH3 group, CH2, further it is bonded with OH. So in presence of acidic medium, there is H2SO4. If you heat that, so here what happens? There is a removal of water molecule. So due to the removal of this water molecule, what happens? There is a formation of right. So hydrogen and oxygen, hydroxyl group mix. It will convert into water molecule as a side product, and there is a formation of carbon-carbon double bond. This single bond is converted into double bond, and this reaction is called as dehydration because we have removed the water molecule from the ethanol. From the alcoholic medium, we have removed this water molecule. In the product, you can observe. So out of this, we have removed hydrogen from one carbon and hydroxyl from the another carbon. So therefore it is converted into water molecule as a side product, but our aim is to prepare the main product, that is ethane. So therefore alkenes can also be prepared with the help of alcohols, right? So we'll do a bit of rough work here and we'll see, right? So first one is in case of preparation of alkenes. So in that first reaction we have seen is a conversion reaction, that is called as conversion reaction. So conversion of alkynes to alkenes, which means generally in case of alkynes what happens, the carbon-carbon is triple bonded, right? So in presence of H2 medium what happens, so this is already hydrogen and hydrogen is present between this, right? So this is triple bonded molecule, and out of this triple bonded molecule we will break one bond. So one hydrogen, which means this is hydrogen and hydrogen, one hydrogen will bond with this carbon atom, another hydrogen will bond with the second carbon. This is the first carbon atom, observe here. So this is the first carbon atom, so this is the second carbon atom. Whenever in presence of H2, so it will convert into so CH2. So in presence of palladium, or you can take in presence of carbon, so this CH will convert into CH2. So since there is a breaking of this triple bond into double bond, it will convert into CH2 and CH2, right? So which means we have converted alkynes into alkenes, that is triple bond is converted into double bond, right? So this reaction, with the help of this reaction we can prepare the alkene, that is the first reaction. Second one is from alkyl halide. Second reaction is from alkyl halide. So alkyl halide is nothing but the molecules which are in the form of RX, which means this is alkyl group and this is halogen group, right? So therefore if you divide this word alkyl halide, you will get two words. One is alkyl group, another one is halogen group, that is called as halide. So therefore alkyl halides are nothing but this is alkyl group which is followed by the halogen, or which is bonded with the halogen, which is in the form of RX, So if I take CH3, right, CH2X, so the same molecule I have written in the form of like this I have written, right? So which means here all represents the hydrogen atom and one molecule is halogen atom, right? So here one molecule is halogen atom. Observe it is CH3, this is CH3, CH2, CH2, and this is X. So both are same. So here in case of this alkyl halide, so what happens? So it can be converted into alkane, right? So in presence of alcoholic right? So in presence of alcoholic KOH, that is potassium hydroxide, so what happens? Carbon-carbon double bond is formed. Carbon-carbon double bond is formed, and further it is bonded with the 4 hydrogen atom. This process is done by the removal of these halogen atom. By the removal of these halogen atom, so we can convert this alkyl halide. Alkyl halide can be converted into alkene. So this is the second method for the preparation of alkene. Very simple. So third one. So in case of third reaction, that is with help of a dehydration reaction, that is called as from alcohols. Here if you observe, so in case of alcohols, we can prepare the alkenes from alcohols, right? So in case of alcohols, what happens? So the carbon atom which is bonded with hydrogen and one more carbon atom which is bonded with 2 hydrogen, and one side it is bonded with the hydroxyl group. Since there is a formation of hydroxyl group here, we will call it as alcohol. This is the alcohol, right? So this alcohol, so in presence of concentrated H2SO4, if you heat that, it will convert into ethene. Observe here. So in this case, so in presence of H2SO4, concentrated H2SO4, and if you heat that one, so this part will eliminate, right? So this part is eliminated and form a side product, that is water molecule. That is produced as a side product, that is water molecule, and the remaining will convert into, right? So this carbon-carbon single bond is converted into double bond, because so here there is a breaking of 2 bonds. So then what happens? It will convert into carbon-carbon double bond, and there is a formation of like this hydrogen atoms for this, and this is generally called as conversion of alcohols into alkenes. Observe here. So there are 3 important reactions. One is conversion from alkynes to alkenes, conversion from alkyl halide to, that is alkenes, and conversion of alcohol into alkenes. And this reaction is called as dehydration reaction, because during the reaction there is a removal of water molecule. There is a removal of water molecule. Therefore, this reaction is called as dehydration reaction. Remember this one. This might be asked for 2 marks in the annual examination. Explain the preparation of alkenes with the help of dehydration reaction or with the help of alcohol. Both reactions are same. So after the preparation of alkenes, there is one important rule that is called as Markovnikov rule. So in case of Markovnikov rule, what happens? So it states that the negative part of addendum, so addendum is nothing but adding molecule. Whatever the molecule adds to the another molecule, that is called as addendum, right? So according to Markovnikov's rule, so it states that the negative part, observe here, this word is very important, the negative part of the addendum, so that is adding molecule, gets attached to that carbon atom, which possess less number of hydrogen atom. This is very important. This statement is very important. This can be asked for 1 mark. This is very important reaction in case of organic chemistry. So even if you go for the higher classes, this will be very important, right? So according to Markovnikov's rule, it states that the negative part of the addendum, adding molecule, addendum is nothing but adding molecule, it gets attached to that carbon atom which possesses the lesser number of the hydrogen atom. So I will give one example here. So there are 3 carbon atoms. We can call it as propene, because it is double bonded. We will call it as propene. 1, 2, 3. Since there are 3 carbon atoms, it is propene. So whenever there is an attachment of negative part, so in this one more reagent, we have taken it as hydrogen bromide. Hydrogen bonded with bromine. Generally, we will call it as hydrogen bromide. So this, whenever splits this hydrogen and bromine, it converts into H plus and Br minus. H plus and Br minus. So here, out of 3 carbon atom, so the bromine will attach to that carbon atom which is having the less number of hydrogen atom. So here if you observe, the first carbon is having the 3 hydrogen atom, second carbon is having the only 1 hydrogen atom, and the third carbon is having 2 hydrogen atom. So therefore this negative part attaches to that carbon atom which is having the least number of hydrogen atom. Out of 3, the middle carbon or the second carbon is having the least carbon atom. So therefore this bromine or this negative part will attach to the second carbon atom. So that rule is called as a Markovnikov's rule, right? So I'll explain here. So in case of Markovnikov's rule, so it states that, so whenever there is a molecule, if you take molecules like HBr, HCl, like this, right? So any kind of, or HX. So here, whenever the bond between these molecules breaks, whenever the bond between these molecules breaks, they convert into H plus and Br minus, H plus and Cl minus, H plus and X minus. So this negative part, whatever the negative part will get, that is Br minus, it may be Cl minus or X minus. So this will attach, right? So this will attach to the carbon atom. This will attach to the carbon atom, which is having less number of hydrogen atoms. Less number of hydrogen atom. The same example we have given here. So here, so in case of CH3, single bonded with CH, double bonded with CH2. This is a molecule, right? So if I add HBr for this, right? So HBr for this. So observe here. So if you number from this side, this will become the first carbon atom, this will become the second carbon atom, this will become the third carbon atom. So in first carbon atom, the hydrogen are 3. If you observe, the hydrogen are 3. So in the second carbon atom, hydrogen is only 1. In the third carbon atom, the hydrogens are 2. Right? So the out of 3, the lesser number of hydrogen present on the second carbon atom. So whenever this bond breaks, so this negative part, hydrogen will get the positive part and the bromine will get the negative part. So this negative part of the hydrogen bromide will attack only on the second carbon atom. So therefore the product obtained is, further if you write the product, so it becomes like this: CH3 carbon, it is bonded with bromine, that is CH, that is double bonded, it will convert into CH. This product can be expected, right? So bromine will attack on the second carbon because it consists of less hydrogen atom. Remember this one, right? So this is called as Markovnikov's rule, right? The same thing I have explained here. So in case of Markovnikov's rule, so observe here. So in this case, it states that the negative part of the addendum is nothing but this adding molecule, it get attaches or it get attracted to that carbon atom which possesses the lesser number of hydrogen atoms. So in this case, so this bromine, or if you take chlorine, so this chlorine, hydrogen chloride, if it was chloride, so this will also have the chance of attacking to the second carbon atom, because second carbon atom here is having the very less number of hydrogen atom compared to the first as well as the third. So therefore there is attachment of bromine to the second carbon atom. So this reaction is called as, or this rule is called as Markovnikov's rule. This is very important. This is very basic in case of organic chemistry. Please go through this rule twice or thrice. So next important reaction is polymerization. So polymerization is nothing but the process of continuous addition of monomer units or conversion of monomers into polymers. So if you observe, so one important word here is polymer, right? So polymers means, so if you divide this word polymer, you will get two words. One is called as poly means many, mers means unit. This is very important, right? So poly means many, mers means unit. So which means, so there is one more word, we'll call it as a monomer, right? So again we can split this word. So whenever you split this word, you will get two words. Mono means single or only one, right? So mer means unit, right? So whenever there is an continuous addition of monomers, it will convert into polymer. So which means we can generally convert a monomer into polymer. Which means if we take an example of a chain, any kind of chain, right? So if we take an example of bicycle chain, so there will be beads, right? 1 bead, 2 bead, 3 bead, right? So that is a continuous chain, right? So these are connected. These beads are connected. So this is generally called as polymer because it is a chain of molecule, right? So if you take only one bead out of this all beads, this only one bead, so this behaves as a monomer, this chain behaves as a polymer, which means continuous addition of monomer will convert into polymer. Continuous addition of this monomer unit, all the monomer unit, if you go on adding continuously like this in both the direction, it will convert into polymer. So the process of conversion of monomer into polymer is called as a polymerization. Polymerization is nothing but process of conversion of monomer into polymer. Whenever you convert monomer into polymer, so this process, so it is a process, is called as polymerization. Understand the word polymer means it is called as many units, and monomer means it is a simplest unit or a single unit. So whenever the single units are continuously joined, it will convert into polymer, which means generally we can convert monomer into polymer, and the process of conversion of this monomer into polymer is called as polymerization. The same thing I am going to explain here, right? So in case of polymerization, what happens? If you take an example of polyethene, ethene, which is in the continuous addition, we will call it as polyethene. This polyethene is obtained by the combination of large number of ethene molecule at high temperature and high pressure in presence of catalyst. So if you observe here, so there is n moles of CH2 double bonded CH2. There is a n moles of CH2 double bonded CH2, that is carbon-carbon double bond. At high temperature and pressure, so this monomer is continuously converted into polymer. That is polyethene is, there is a formation of polyethene, that is CH2 single bond CH2, which is in the n number, and conversion of this monomer into polymer is generally called as polymerization. Therefore here, so this ethene has been converted into polyethene. So this is also one of the important reactions in case of alkenes. Okay, once we'll see what we have learned today. So one of the important concept today we have learned is the preparation of alkenes. So in that, first important reaction is from alkynes. So the triple bonded carbon-carbon can be converted into double bonded between the carbon-carbon. That is generally alkynes can be converted into alkenes by the addition of hydrogen atom in presence of palladium as well as carbon atom. So therefore these alkynes can be converted into alkenes. We have seen one example regarding with that. So that is ethane can be converted into ethene. So in presence of hydrogen molecule as well as palladium or in presence of carbon. So this reaction is called as preparation of alkenes from alkynes. So second important reaction we have seen, that is from alkyl halides. So by using alkyl halides, so generally alkyl halides are in the form of RX. So if you observe, this complete group is called as R, and there is addition of X, where X may be chloride, bromide or iodide. So therefore on the alkyl halide, on heating with an alcoholic potash, that is called as potassium hydroxide, if you continuously heat that, so this removal of halogen atom, and there is an removal of one extra hydrogen. So therefore we'll call it as dehydrohalogenation. D means removal of hydrogen as well as halogen atom. Therefore it is called as dehydrohalogenation. So therefore this single bond is converted into double bond. So therefore alkyl halide can be converted into alkenes, as I already explained that one. So the third important reaction is we can prepare the alkenes with the help of alcohols. If you take ethanol, so this ethanol consists of OH group, so that is alcoholic group. So this is called as ethanol. So in this ethanol, so if you react this ethanol or if you put that in presence of strong acid, that is H2SO4, and if you heat, so there is a removal of water molecule, which means hydrogen from one carbon atom and hydroxyl group, that is OH group, from the second carbon atom. So whenever these two mix, it will convert into water molecule as a side product, and there is a preparation of ethene molecule as a main product, which means whenever these alcoholic compounds like ethanols are reacted in presence of acidic medium, there is a removal of water. So this removal of water is called as dehydration, which means, so with the help of dehydration also we can prepare the alkenes. And one of the important rule in case of organic chemistry we have seen, that is Markovnikov rule. According to this rule, the negative part of addendum is attached to the carbon atom which possesses the less number of hydrogen atom. Even if you take n number of carbon atom, out of this n number of carbon atom, so this negative part will try to attach to the only one carbon atom, so that carbon atom must possess the very less number of hydrogen atom. So this is called as Marconius rules. So in case of Marconius rule, so if you have doubt, so I will give one more example. So if you take carbon atom, so the chain of carbon atom, if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So here carbon is double bonded, here it is carbon double bonded, and this is supposed to be CH2, so this is having hydrogen 1 here, so this is having a bromine, it is bonded with chlorine on the other side, so this is bonded with hydrogen, and this is having the CH3 molecule like this, right? So if you take HCl, right? So in case of HCl, what happens? The hydrogen is bonded with chlorine. If you divide this, this is hydrogen plus H plus Cl minus. So here if you observe, so out of 5 carbon, this is 1 carbon, 2nd carbon, 3rd carbon, 4th carbon and 5th carbon. Alright. So here in this case, what happens? So this chlorine can attach to the carbon atom which is having the lowest number of hydrogen atom. So if there is no any hydrogen here, or if there is no any hydrogen here, so here, so this chloride might attach to the 4th carbon atom, and this chloride might attach to the 2nd carbon atom, right? So if you observe, so because in this there are 2 hydrogen atom, so in this there is no hydrogen atom, so in this there is 3 hydrogen atom. So if you get confused with this example, we will take one more example. So that is carbon double bonded with carbon, single bonded with another carbon atom. So here if you observe, so this is having CH3, this is having CH2, right? Or else if you write like this, carbon double bonded with carbon, so this is having CH2, this is having CH3, right? So here if you take HCl, right? So here it is H plus and Cl minus. So here if you observe, the first carbon is having 3 hydrogen atom, second carbon is having only 1 hydrogen atom, right? So and the third carbon is having 2 hydrogen atom. So therefore this Cl can attach to this carbon atom, right? So this is mainly, that is a negative part of attacking molecule will attach to that carbon atom which possess less number of hydrogen atom, right? So the same thing I have explained, the same thing I have written here, right? So according to Marconius rule, so the negative part of the addendum or the added molecules will get attached to that carbon atom which possess the less number of hydrogen atom, right? So after that we have also seen the polymerization. Polymerization is nothing but the continuous addition of monomer will convert into polymer. We have seen 3 different words. So one is polymer. Polymer is nothing but many units. Monomer is nothing but a single unit. Continuous addition of monomer will convert into polymer. So therefore here if you observe, the process of conversion of monomer into polymer is generally called as polymerization. With the help of polymerization, we can prepare the polyethene. We have taken the example of polyethene. So ethene on the continuous polymerization, that is in presence of high temperature as well as pressure, in presence of catalyst, it can be converted into polyethene, right? So this is the one of the important reaction in case of alkenes, right? So in the next part we will go with the alkynes and along with the aromatic hydrocarbons. So that might be the last concept in this chapter, and we'll see some of the different structures of benzene, that is called as the resonance structures of benzene, and generally we'll see the overall concept regarding with the alkynes, and we'll compare alkanes, alkenes as well as alkynes and some of the important preparations of alkynes also. So we'll stop here and we will continue in the next class. If you have any doubts, please go through the same video, even in case of Marconius rules or in case of preparation of alkenes. So this is very important for the annual examination and even for your NEET JEE also, right? So thanks for joining. We'll continue in the next class.